Alright, yo, so what's up, YouTube? Um, this is a video right here about EQ, how to use the EQ bands to shape your voice. Alright, so EQ, these are the notes. EQ is one of the most powerful tools in your mixing arsenal, but if you don't know how to use it properly, your vocals might not shine as the way they should. Let's break down the EQ band and how we can use them to make sure our vocals stand out. Okay, so this is my EQ right here. This is Reaper, and this is the EQ I'm using. It's the stock EQ. Cool. So on this EQ, this is how the bands look. I could record something and place it right here, but we're just gonna go over the EQ before we even touch anything. So, all right, this is what it looks like. I'm pushing it up. So the EQ, it lets you boost or cut the frequencies. The frequencies are at the bottom. So if I boost, what does this say? 500, right? So this is around 700 to 800. So if I boost, this is boosting. This frequency range around 824 will be boosted, making it stand out. And deducting it will make it go away. Cool. All right. So we're gonna break down the lows, the mids, and the highs. So the lows frequencies range from 20 hertz this side to about 250, right? So the low end gives your vocals warmth and fullness, but if it's too much of it, it can make your vocals sound muddy. That's why some tracks you hear probably is a little muffled. So it'll be around this section right here that you will have to work on. Okay. So this will be an example. I'm not recording nothing, but this will be an example of a muddy vocal. Yeah. So this should go like right here. This is a. Oh look, I'm even showing you too. I'll picture me. Just cover your mouth, or put a piece of cloth around your face and start talking. So that would be primarily the low end of the vocals. That low end section, right? Let me just record as well. Yeah, 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 blah, 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 blah. Whatever. Cool. Where did my plugin go? All right, hold up, y'all. Oopsie daisy. What are we on? No, it's on the lead, I think. Cool. So now we're back with our EQ. Let's drop it. Yeah, 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 blah, 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 blah. So this is the low end that I'm playing. I should turn on my camera. Nah, camera crazy right now. All right, forget that. So, we go back to right here. Yeah, 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 blah, 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 blah. Yeah, 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 blah, 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 blah. Cool. So these are the only plugins that's on. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Low end. Yeah, 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 blah, 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 blah. This is what the low end sound like. Yeah, 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 taking it away. Blah, 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 blah. Yeah, yeah, yeah. This is me focusing on the low end. Yeah, blah, 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 blah. Yeah, 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 yeah. Completely removing the low end. Yeah, 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 yeah. This is the high frequencies, where your S's are primarily over here. The vocal brightness is also over on this side. When we get down lower to the 500s to the 700s, it's a telephone kind of effect. Focus over here. Telephony. So let me reset this. The easiest way for you to remember these type of stuff is to put the sections as something that you remember. Same with how I remember that the low end is about, it's like me covering my mouth with a piece of cloth. That's what I remember it as. When I get to this section, I know it's like kind of telephony. When I get to this section, I know it's kind of nasally, like you hold your nose or something. I think of it like that. And then when I get over here, it's kind of like, and worry about over here, and that it's over here, and it's over here. So I just play with like my vocal range to remember these sections of the frequency band. Okay. So what else about the EQ? What else about the EQ? Okay, I'm gonna show you the mids. Yeah. Blah 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 blah. Yeah. Blah 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 blah. Yeah. Blah 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 blah. Yeah. Yeah, it's pretty cool. So look, I'm gonna break it down for you. Look, 50, 250, low end. 3, 500, a little bit not of the low end. Over here, get to kind of like the telephone effect, but like the way how I describe it, it's not like ideal, but I know what it is, so I know somebody else gonna understand it as well, and it's easy. This is okay. We go over the shelves and stuff. The different bands of the EQ. So we could make this a low pass. This shaves off the high end. Oh, cool. We could make this a high pass, which will shave off the low end. Okay. Let's see the other one that we got. We did a high pass, low pass. We could do a notch. This one focuses on a particular area, which you could use the Q to thin it out or make it wider. This one is pretty wide, so you could bring the bandwidth, which is called the Q, to narrow down on the certain frequency that you want to deduct or add. So that right there, this is a notch. This is what a notch look like. And we're gonna go over the rest of them that's in here. Band pass. This is similar to like a notch, but it solos out the frequency, similar like if you're using a fab filter, it's like solo in it. So this is like to solo it as well. But the other sections of the audio will play, so it's not really like a solo. It's just focusing more on one specific part. And if I said that wrong, that's what I know. Let me see. Parallel band. Whoa, Basie. Not too sure what that one did. Oh yeah. These are like for quick sectioning of the frequency that you want to get. But it's similar. They all like to solo to check out an area. But the main ones that you guys use are mainly the high pass, the low pass, and some shelves. I mean, that's at least what I use mostly. So EQ is not supposed to be used heavily. So like if I got a bad vocal and I deduct it, and I'm taking out, oh, I like that. I want it to be a little bit brighter though. Let me boost this. That's sounding pretty good. Notice, I'm being I'm being sarcastic. So look at this sound. compared to this. Yeah, blah, 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 blah. It may sound a little different, which make you probably think you did a good job, but this is terrible. I mean, I don't make the rules. I'm just listening to what it sounds like. This is terrible. It took off too much of what the original vocal was, and it added its own type of distortion. Not distortion, but I'm saying like in a reality, it distorted the original audio to something else, which it wasn't intended to be. So this is terrible. So your EQ, it should be like, pick it up. All right. You don't like this section? Cool. I don't like it. Blah, 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 blah. Take it down just a little bit. You don't need to use too much, but I know when you're just starting, you probably might have to exaggerate. Like, exaggerate it. Take it all the way down, exaggerate it. Exaggerate it. And then when you like, oh yeah, I exaggerated all the way right here, relax. Take a little break, and then bypass it. And see if you like it, if you don't like it no more. If you don't like it no more, pull it back. Make it sound natural. So EQ is about small, subtle adjustments that go a long way. Less is more, especially with your vocals. Your goal is to enhance, not drastically change the sound, which is what I showed you. All right, so this is the video right here. Should I wrap it up with a title? Not with a title. Let me wrap it up. So at the end of the day, EQ is your best friend for shaping vocals, but knowing how and when to adjust those bands is key. Whether you're adding warmth, clearing up muddiness, or making your vocals sparkle, EQ can be the difference between a good mix and a great mix. Try these EQ tips on your vocals and see how they improve. If you want to keep more, if you want to learn more, watch the next videos that I'm about to post. I got a couple more coming out. EQ, compression, maybe saturation and stuff as well. I'm just showing you guys and I'm posting. Stock plugins. Let's go.